thank you.
So how's everything?
Good, good.
The market is bleeding.
Yeah, the market is, and we're gonna discuss in a short while why everything is happening really quickly. And today we're gonna be having immense discussions on what's happening in the market right now, and also we are gonna do our today's course session, and whatever we have, whatever curriculum we have to cover, we're gonna cover that too. So let's just start quickly because we're gonna have lesser time today, and we have to cover more things. Now, today is our last discussion of reversal patterns. That means today we are going to discuss the last reversal pattern, and from today onwards, we are starting continuation pattern. And I'm going to tell you in a little while what continuation pattern is. First, we are going to discuss this last reversal pattern, that is the bullish and the bearish expanding triangle. That happens when you will see the price decreasing and it gets to its first resistance, resistance 1, go first support, support 1, then gets up to its first resistance, then second support, second resistance, third support, third resistance. And the thing you're going to notice over here that it's expanding, just like the wedge we studied, in which the graph was actually compressing. Over here the graph is going to be actually expanding. So if you just connect the tops of the graph, and if you just connect the bottom of the graph only, then you can see it, and you will see that it's an expanding triangle, because if I were to extend this, it goes into a triangle. So it's basically an expanding triangle. So for this to happen, the price has to decrease first and go into an expanding triangle, and then give us a breakout out of the resistance. Only then can you actually say that it's a bullish expanding triangle. All right, that's a bullish expanding triangle. That means that the price which was previously reversing is going to get a reversal, and it's going to shift into a bullish candle pattern. All right, but that's only applicable if it breaks out of the resistance. What if it's, and you might ask, what if it breaks out of the support? Then obviously it's not a bullish expanding triangle. It's just a breakout, and you can even see more bleeding over here, right? So for this to happen, it has to follow an expanding triangle pattern, in which the price has to gradually expand. Previously it was compressing, now it has to expand, and then it has to give us a breakout out of the top triangle with a candle. And what's going to be your entry? That's this triangle is going to be your entry. If you are a spot trader, you're going to buy over here, right? And if you are a future trader, you're going to pull a long trade over here and then have a stop loss at the support level. Where the support was, you can have just a stop loss around this level. That's going to be your stop loss level, and that's going to be your entry point. And what's going to be the target? The target is going to be the difference between the support and resistance. That's going to be your target. And usually we can get bigger targets over here too, so you don't want to like limit your profit. So all you can do is just use trailing profits, trailing stop loss. Now let's discuss bearish expanding triangle, which basically works on the same principle. It's just opposite of the bullish expanding pattern. Over here we have the price is in the upward trend, and you will see that it forms a resistance and then comes back to a support, and then a resistance, then come back to a support. I call this support 1, support 2, and I call this resistance 1 and resistance 2, and then 3, and then 4. So the price, you can see that you will see that the price is expanding in the form of a triangle. It's in an expanding triangle. And what's your entry point? Your entry point is when it breaks out the support. It breaks out of the support. That's going to be your entry point. If you are a spot trader, you might want to sell out your holdings over here. And if you are a future trader, you can just have the top of this candle as your stop loss, or you can also have the resistance as your stop loss and then continue the drop and cash it all. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Any questions? Now,
No.
one thing I might want to point out that these patterns, which I'm teaching you every day, right? They are only visible if you are looking for them, right? You have to practice them. I cannot emphasize this more. Every day when I teach you something, you have to go back home. You have to practice them. You have to actively look for them and at least find 10 to 20 setups. That's why after every session, I give you guys one complete break day, so that if you have a busy schedule, just this whole day is not enough. Take an entire day, find as many setups of any candle pattern I teach you, found as many setups as you want, as you can, because these patterns are not as visible as they are over here, because it's just a symbolic diagram. The graph is much more complicated and different, and to be able to spot it, only like the guys who have like good experience, they can spot it. Beginners, they have a hard time. So the only way you can do it is to actually practice finding these patterns, finding the patterns which have already formed, finding the live patterns, actually monitoring the graph, and actually finding the patterns. So please, 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 I cannot emphasize this more. Have great practice, because otherwise it's just I'm talking to a bush. That's like almost teaching a tree. It won't help. It won't help. Seriously. So, and you can just share whatever setups you find. I'm gonna allow you to share in the group from now onwards, so you can share whatever setups you find out, right? Share in the group and have a discussion over there. I'm gonna participate in the discussion, see if you guys are finding the right setups, and also you can have discussions with the other fellows over here, and it's gonna be a mutual discussion group in which you can look at each other's homework and get inspiration from it, good learning from it, and together we become the best. All right, so here's another diagram of the bearish expanding pattern, and as you can see, it has to break out from the support in the downward direction. And for the bullish expanding triangle, it has to break out from the support, from the resistance. All right. Everyone, please keep your mics mute for now. And when I will ask you a question, then you just unmute it so that we don't have disturbance over here. All right. Now we're all good. Okay. All right. So next we have to study is the, what is it? Next we have to study is the continuation pattern. Now, let me tell you what a continuation pattern is. Since our beginning, we were studying a reversal pattern. Reversal pattern is a pattern which tells us that the trend which was currently in progress is going to reverse. Something over here is going to happen, which is going to reverse this trend and convert it into this. And this pattern is called a reversal pattern. Anytime we see a reversal pattern forming, we know that the trend is going to reverse. Whether it is an upward trend or downward trend, something is going to happen over here and it's going to reverse. Now, what's a continuation pattern? Continuation pattern means that if a pattern is already, that it's a pattern that tells that the trend is going to continue. Let's suppose the price was in this trend and then something happens over here for a long period of time, and then the price continues to go back up again. That's called a continuity pattern that tells us that the price is continuing the trend, and hereby it will continue to increase or it will continue to decrease. Same thing with the downward, same thing with the decrease in the price. If the price is decreasing and the continuity pattern forms over here, then we will know that the price will continue to decrease. Thereby, you will be saved from the disastrous effect of the drop, because you might think that, okay, the price has dropped enough below, that's a bottom now, it's a perfect time to buy some in spot, let me just buy some in spot, and you would end up facing this huge loss. So how to not buy this zone is to actively spot the continuity pattern. Continuity pattern. Oh my God. My handwriting is just terrible. Just forgive me for that. My teacher used to tell me that, oh my God, your handwriting is just terrible. So it's still the case, even like 10 years later. So that is an expanding pattern. And today we are going to learn one of that, or not an expanding continuity pattern. Today we're going to learn one of these continuity patterns, that is the bullish rectangle pattern. Now, the bullish rectangle pattern is quite evident from this diagram over here. And you can see that what's happening over here, there was an upward trend, a very clear upward trend, very, very clear green, beautiful upward trend. We were having so many green candles, so many of them. And then over here, we had resistance. We found first resistance, R1, and we had some red candles. But then soon after, we developed a support and we started going up again. And then we reached at the same level till the graph, till where the graph has already rised. And then we had the resistance again from over there. So basically what's happening is that graph is basically moving inside a rectangle. It's having a support line, it's having a resistance line, and it's oscillating in between there. And then what happens is that it gives us a breakout out of the resistance. This, again, this pattern is not applicable if it gives us a breakout from below, from the support. That way it will reverse. The only way you will know that it's a continuity pattern if it gives you a breakout from the top. So breakout of the top is confirmation that the price is gonna continue to decrease, although it will come back to retest it every time it does it. And you have to wait for, you can even wait for it over here and then take your entry again at the retest, or you can DCA over it. So that's a continuity pattern. That will tell you that the price is going to continue to increase, and it's going to just keep on increasing. And the pattern which we were already having, it's going to continue. You get what I'm saying? That's called a bullish rectangle pattern. Now, there's also a bearish rectangle pattern which works on the same pattern, that the price will oscillate, will be coming down, right? And then it will find this support over here. Then it will go back up at the resistance, go back down at the support, go back up at the resistance, go back down at the support, go back up at the resistance, go back down at the support, and gives us a breakout from the support. It will break the support, and that is when you will know that it's a bearish rectangle pattern and it's a bearish continuity pattern. The pattern is going to continue to be bearish. It will not recover. That is what a bullish that's what this pattern tells us. So that was a little something about, wait. Yes. Let me just remove these annotations real quick. Yes. So that was a bullish and a bearish rectangle pattern. That is a continuity pattern. Now I want you guys to unmute your mics and tell me, did you guys understood that?
Yes, but if the line breaks the support line a little, is still a bullish rectangle pattern?
If the line, if our price
Yes.
action, if the price breaks the resistance, only then it's a bullish rectangle pattern. If it's a, because previously the pattern was in the upward direction. The pattern, this not a pattern, the trend was in the upward direction. So for it to stay up, for it to continue the bullish pattern, it has to break the resistance. And in case of the bearish rectangle pattern, the price first has to decrease, and then it goes into this oscillations in a triangle, and then it breaks down the support, and that is when you will know that the bearish pattern will continue to go on, and you can take your entry over here, put a stop loss at the entry or at the start of this candle, at the beginning of this candle. You can also have the stop loss as the top of this rectangle too. So both ways work, right? So
I found one in a trading view, but how can I share with you?
yes, come again, what?
Share the graphic with you.
You want to share something?
Yes.
Okay, let's just first finish our session today.
Okay.
Then you can share your presentation or anything you want to share, and then we'll have a discussion over it real quickly, okay? Does that work?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Chris. All right, so let's have a look at the actual graph over here, how it actually looks. And that's something, that's how it looks. All right, so as you can see over here, that we were in the upward trend on this graph. The price is increasing, and at a certain level over here, the price has resistance now, right? And then it goes back down, then goes back up again, and then goes back down. See, it's circulating, it's oscillating in this rectangle. And as you can see, as soon as it breaks the top resistance with this candle right over here, this is a star candle, it will continue to boom. And you can have higher and higher targets. And the stop loss, if you were to enter a trade over here, you can just put this support as a stop loss. This could be your entry point where the breakout is actually happening. And then you can use trailing stop loss. You can first put a target as an imaginary target as a difference between the support and resistance. Then you can use a trailing stop loss and claim all the profits for yourself. That's one trading strategy. Okay, now let us just quickly take a look at BTC today and see if we can find something over there, shall we? Now this is the BTC graph, and as you can see, it's a whole laser show, and it's not really quite comprehensible, but that's some analysis done where that's why it's like so much dirty. So I'm now quickly going into our 1 day time frame. And let's see if we can find something over here. Wait, it has gotten me back. Okay, so this is the 1 day time frame. Now I want you guys to please take a look over here. The price is in the upward direction on BTC, right? And as you can see, the price is having considerable resistance at these areas, right? So this whole area is a resistance zone. So resistance is not always just a line, it could be a zone. All right. So the price is consistently having resistance. It's going back down at the support. It's getting resistance again. So see, it's kind of oscillating in this rectangle. So BTC in 1 day time frame is kind of showing us the pattern which we are actually studying today. So how will it be a confirmed bullish rectangle pattern? It will happen when BTC will give us these green candles and will give us a breakout out of this resistance, and then it will continue to fly up. You can just mark this the bottom of this candle as your stop loss and then continue to claim all the profits. Or if you are a spot buyer, you might want to continue buying over here. On the contrary, BTC can also fall from here if it breaks the support. This is the support, current support, right? And why is that the support? You will ask me, why is that the support? How I drew the support? Support is basically a line which is passing from all the lows. The price where the price is rejecting again and again. So as you can see, the price rejected from here, the price rejected from here, the price rejected from here, here, here. So it's like rejecting from this point so many times. So I just mark this as our key support level, a very strong support level, right? And it corresponds to somewhere around 92. So if price were to drop, if price were to break, this support right here, then what's gonna happen is that the price is gonna start to fall. And why it's gonna start to fall? Because if that happens, then it will be our double top. The price was increasing, it got a resistance, it got a support again, then it got a same resistance, and then it fell and break the neckline. That's our double top pattern is forming over here. So see, so many patterns can form simultaneously. It only depends whether it breaks the support or the resistance, the pattern will change. If it breaks the resistance, that will be a bullish rectangle pattern, and it will be a continuity pattern. But if it breaks the support, it's formation of a double top pattern, which I've already taught you. And that is a confirmation that it's a trend reversal. It's a reversal pattern. Double top is a reversal pattern. So anytime you see finding a double top, that will tell you that the trend of the BTC is now reversed. So BTC is in an upward trend for a very long time. So if it breaks this key level, then this whole trend can reverse, and BTC could be bearish for many, many days. So market is not currently bleeding that much. It's just doing its normal oscillations in this rectangle. It's nothing new. Basically, I want you guys to understand how basically this whole works, this support and resistance. So what I want you guys to do is to actually understand support and resistance levels, right? And understand what's happening in the market back of the stage, right? Now, if you take a look over here, that the price was first increasing, right? And then it started to get resistance. And then the price is getting resistance and it's coming back down. Basically, when this happens, right? And see, it got a support from over here. So when this happens, basically what's happening, institutions are buying over here, right? Institutions are buying over here with multi-million dollars, and they are just selling at a top, and then they are buying again here, then they are selling at the top. So if this thing can go on for days, right? And we have seen it multiple times that this starts to happen, and the institutions, they start buying at the bottom and they decide the top and they start selling it. So every time the price goes up to the top, they will start to sell, and the price, when it comes to the support, they start to buy. That's why it starts to oscillate in between these two levels, these two key resistance and support levels. So these two levels are very important. So how to actually draw them? It's really simple. Just find out what are the lows, at what price the price is coming back down and it's rising back up again, it's getting rejected. That's the price where the buyers are basically sitting. The buyers are sitting at this level. Maybe they have limit orders or anything. They're sitting at this level. Every time the price comes over here, they buy it and then they sell it around here. So that's a pattern, right? That's a buy and sell pattern. It starts to happen. So you have to draw your support level, and then you have to draw your resistance level where those buyers which were buying over here, they are selling again and again. So they sold over here, as you can see, it came back down. They sold around here, so they are buying over here, selling over here, right? So if from over here the price continues to increase, then it can go all the way up to this resistance level. And there's a possibility that it can come back down again, right? Or it can go up again. If it goes up and if it breaks the resistance, then it will continue to go up and up. It will continue to increase, and it will be a confirmation of the bullish rectangle pattern. But if it continues to go down, then there's a possibility that it's just going to retest this key support level again, and then the people are going to buy again. So there is a possibility that BTC could just do this for so many days, right? If it does not give us a breakout out of this rectangle, it would just keep on oscillating between it. So these levels are actually that's why these levels are actually important, and you have to draw them all the time, and not just in 1 day time frame. Use all the bigger time frames, 4 hours, 1 hour, 1 day, and draw these key support and resistance levels. Also, yesterday I told you about the fair value gap. Now, if I were to think that the BTC price decreases from over here and breaks this key support level, what's the next target? The next target could be any fair value gap that's left over here. Here's a huge fair value gap. So there's a possibility that if BTC breaks over here, it could come to this fair value gap all the way up to 72K. I'm not saying that BTC is going to drop to 72K. I'm just saying there's a possibility. And also there's another key support level over here too. Look at this over here. The price is getting rejected again and again at this level, right? It's coming back down and then it's going back up again. It's like a level over here. So you might want to draw a level over here. That's your next level. So if BTC breaks from this key support level, this is going to be the next key support level, which if BTC breaks, then this will be our target of our fair value gap, because there's some fair value gap left over here too, and some fair value gap is left over here too. So these are the fair value gaps which BTC can come down and fill up. Did you guys get what I said, or was it too saturated? I kind of feel that I'm saturating it a little bit. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Did you guys
Yes,
did you guys understood or not?
yes, I
Mm.
understood.
Yes.
All of you?
I found the graphic in TradingView with BTC, but I put some lines to resistance the down line.
Yeah, you can
But
share your screens if you want to.
I can share. Okay, I share. Okay. On and on. You can see my screen.
No. Wait, I'm gonna
I share.
wait. I'm gonna put you
Okay.
as a moderator, then you'll be able to do it. Chris, right?
Yes. Okay. Sharing is not turned on.
All right.
Okay. Can you see? Well, share. I can share. Oh, sharing is not turned on.
It's turned on?
No,
It's not.
it's not turned on. I don't know why.
Maybe there's some technical issue with your application, or maybe just not like it's some sort of technical issue. All right, what you can do is that once the class is over, you can just send it into a group and we'll have a discussion on that. Everyone else, was today's lecture clear?
Yes, it was clear.
So today what I want you to do is when you go back home, try to find as much continuation setups as you want, as you can. Try to find as much as those reversal pattern I told you today as you can, and draw as many support and resistance on as many coins as you can, and try to draw them because that's gonna actually help you out a lot. and help you guys develop your skills of understanding the support resistance level, because support and resistance levels are important, and we're going to have a detailed discussion on support and resistance level again too, how to actually draw them. It's basically super simple. Just join all the tops and join all the bottoms. That's your resistance and that's your support. But don't just keep on doing it at a 15 minutes chart. When you do it in a 15 minutes chart, it's really not that of a good thing to do. Try going for higher time frames. Try going for one day, 1 month, 1 week. That's how you basically predict big pumps and big dumps. That's how you can like predict them to before they happen, because anytime a breakout happens in a longer time frame, that goes a huge way. So am I clear?
Yes.
Any questions,
Yes.
anyone?
No.
No.
Hello.
All
I have
right,
a question.
so I'm gonna very quickly allow you guys to be able to send messages into the group chat. So I want you guys to do some homework today. That's why I give you 1 day of relief every day after one session, so you can practice whatever I've taught you that day, because I can just teach you every day, because but that would just not be a very good thing to do, because if you're not practicing it, it's just mere words, right? These chart patterns, they are just like, they will just sound amazing, but if you're not finding it in real time, then that's not going to help you out, because I want you to be the absolute perfect. Once you're quitting this, once you're completing this course, I want you guys to be an absolute experienced perfect person who can actually find these setups. You can actually create good predictions, who can actually not analyze the market, who can actually do the technical analysis very, very effectively. So I've allowed everyone to text into the group, and now you can just text whatever you want, send whatever graphs you want to send, and then just study all together. And I'm going to be looking at your homework too. And if I had something to add, I will add you. And if you have some issue, if you're not sure whether you are doing it right or wrong, and then you can ask me personally too. And I will try to point out as much mistakes as I can out of your homework too. But the main thing is to actually do the homework. If you're not finding the setups yourself, then it's pointless. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a very healthy session today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and have a very, very good day ahead of you.
Thank you, you too.